Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Me Do Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from I am Indore. And friends, as we all know, Me Do Study is your own channel initiative in which we discuss various management topics and subjects in a very simple manner. Friends, we get very good feedback from our subscribers and we keep on developing content basis that many of our subscribers are telling to develop more content on operations management. That is why today we are uploading video on operations management and we will upload few videos on this topic so that our subscribers can learn and can read from it. Topic is plant layout. Subscribers who have seen previous video will know that we already have two videos in the plant layout. If you have not seen, please go to the playlist and see video number 5 and 6 so that you can experience in continuity. Today's video is 7th video and for plant layout it is 3rd video. We will make one more video and then this topic will get complete. So let us start today. We have discussed, my friends, different plant layouts, product layout, process layout, group technology layout, all layouts we studied with various diagrams. Now we will study in next two videos how to measure the performance as well as some examples of those layouts with numericals. How to measure the performance? So when we say performance measure, see, when you are a student, what is your performance measure? Normally performance measure is marks obtained or percentage obtained. That is a performance measure. Similarly, for any particular layout in plant, performance measures can be different. We will seek some common measures. Distance traveled by jobs in the shop floor. So actually how much distance needs to be traveled in the shop floor is one of the performance measure. Space utilization index, minimum space required to actual space utilized. If take an example, your room, actual stuff that you have, if you keep properly, you will require some space. For example, maybe say 10%, but you are utilizing, you are keeping the things scattered and you are utilizing 40% of the room. So space utilization index will be minimum space required 10 upon that 40%. So basically 25, correct? 0.25. That is how we calculate it. Material handling cost, how many rupees or how much currency per month you are spending on handling the various materials. Lead time of the process, hours per average product, how much lead time is there when in different kind of activities. Investment in work in progress, so how much investment you need to make, how much money you need to invest. Interdepartmental move, so number and quantum, so there will be different departments. If you are in production floor, cutting, for example, you are into let us say example, you are making shirts, okay, so one will be cloth processing, then cutting, then stitching, then maybe adding buttons, then maybe packing, then maybe putting labels, right? So how many number of departments and how many types of movements are there. Utilization of the resources, percent to total capacity, what all resources are there, how well you are utilizing, that is utilization of the resource. Ease of production control, number of job cards and control documents generated, size of the progress chasing staff. Number of ownership changes, how many times it is changing hands, how many people are involved. Less the number of people involved, less are the chances that there will be defect. Because see, simple example, if 4 people are involved in cooking an item, chances are high. If one person is cooking, chances are that it will be perfect, because there is a level of continuity in the mind and ownership also, right? If 4 people are involved, everyone will say I did my task perfect, he is screwed up, right? Very common human philosophy. Now design of process layout, there are two methods, my dear friends, qualitative and quantitative. Whenever there is qualitative, means some qualitative index is involved. Quantitative has word quant or quantum, means something related to number. Link criteria to closeness required between a pair of resources. You design some criteria and then there are resources, various resources. How close they should be? Is it important? Is it essential? It is desirable, undesirable? We will see a proper flow chart for it, then you will understand. And there are various packages, computer packages. LDAP and Corelab are some of the examples which are used for qualitative method. Next method is quantitative. Use some quantitative performance measure for assessing impact of the layout design. Seeks to arrive at the best layout design by optimizing on the measures, and one popular method is craft. So if someone asks you in MCQs, craft is what kind of method, it is quantitative. So here there are some quantitative performance measure which impact the design. Now see, qualitative I was saying na, for example, these are standard values. A denotes absolutely necessary, means it has to be there, you cannot skip, correct? If you want to make chapatis, flour has to be there. E essentially important, it is essentially important means it is also required, it is very important. I means it is important but not critically required. So for example, in case of this chapati making, flour is absolutely necessary, water is essentially important, then only you can make dough. Now for example, you want to add some salt to the flour, it is important but you cannot, it is not necessary, correct? Then some things unimportant, not required, and undesirable, which should not be there at all. Now how to read this chart? There are 6 departments in your factory, and for example you want to see, let us see this x means undesirable. Now you put a finger on this, move upwards, this x lies between department 2 and department 5. That means department 2 and 5 are undesirable, they should never be together. An example can be, in a factory there is one area where there are some flammable chemical kept, and one area where some activity involving heat is there. Those two should never be close, correct? Why it is said that any flammable item should never be kept in kitchen? The reason is because it can catch fire, so that is why this x. Now take another example of A. Department 1 and department 3 are absolutely necessary. Similarly, department 1 and department 6 are absolutely necessary. So now when you will make this design, you know if department 1 is here, department 3 as well as department 6 has to be near it, correct? This is how this graph is there. So between all these 6 departments, what kind of interrelationship is there, you can read from this one particular chart. This is qualitative method. Now product layout design, how we can make it? Design product layout seeks to identify number of resources. Very important, number of resources, and in what order, because you will always have a target production rate. Just like people in sales have sales number as target, people in factory or those who are into production have some production target. It can be daily production, it can be weekly, it can be monthly, depending upon industry. In many industries, for example, you are into cloth making, okay, you are into some this kind of item which is made per day, mobile phones, there you will have target per day. Products where 3 to 4 days are required, you will have targets per week. You need to make this much kiloliter of paint, for example. You need to make these many number of shirts, for example. So one is number, and second, how you can arrange these resources, that is product layout design. Now line balancing. So how you can optimally combine the task without violating the precedence consent. What is meaning of precedence? What should follow the next? You are cooking chapatis, first you need to make dough from flour, then you need to make chapatis, and then you need to cook. So this is the order. While making vegetables, first you need to cut vegetables, then only you can cook. It is not that first you will put them in cooker and after that you cut. This is basically example of precedence order. So if you are example making mobiles, so first you need to make some internal circuit, after that you need to do the software programming, and after that you need to do the compilation. Solving the line balancing problem calls for striking the right trade-off between increased production and better utilization. So see, always increase production everyone wants so that you can meet the market demand, but you need to make your resources not utilize. Just to increase production, you should not have lot of wastage. Just to make vegetable fast does not mean that you cut half vegetable and put half in the dustbin. No, this is what line balancing is all about. Let us learn an example. From this example, practical example, we will learn some formula and how to calculate. So there is one factory which is working in 2 shifts of 8 hours. Total 24 hours are there. So ideally 3 shifts can be there, but in this factory 2 shifts are there, one is rest, and it is making 24,000 electric bulb. Now we need to calculate certain things. 8 tasks are required to manufacture the bulb. You will say 8 tasks. See, task means some different thing, then some different thing. Shirt example we were taking, cutting the cloth is one task, stitching is another, putting button is another, packaging is another, labeling is another. So similarly in this particular bulb making 8 tasks are there, and sum of all tasks is 12 seconds. So in 12 seconds you are able to do. We need to calculate number of workstation. First let us learn and understand these 3 formulas. Actual cycle time. So what is the available time? So for example in this case, what is the available time? 2 shift 8 hour each. So 2 into 8, if you want to do into second, into 60 into 60, that much total time is available. and what is the production? Production is 24,000. So if you want to calculate the cycle time for this particular bulb making, it will be 2 into 8 into 60 into 60 upon 20,000. Minimum number of workstation. How many workstation you require? It will be sum of all tasks upon the cycle time, and average resource utilization, sum of all tasks upon cycle time into number of workstation. Let us use this formula and calculate. So just like I was saying, available time is number of shift into hours in one shift into number of seconds. Production 24,000. So cycle time is this upon this, come out to be 2.4 seconds. Now you have total 12 workstations and cycle time is 2.4. So 12 divided by 2.4 is basically 5. So in 5 workstations you can achieve this bulb production as per the given resources. This is all, my friends, in today's video. We will do more numericals and more practical examples in next video. If there is any confusion, you can write in the comment section, or you can write in our mail ID, which is meedu.study@gmail.com. If you are liking the content, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you friends. Take care.